Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to do a short video to show on the first day of each quarter or trimester, depending on which grade level you are, to kind of begin something an easy way for you to begin and for me to kind of explain how class works and some of the projects and things that we will be going through. I was in the middle of creating my first, or putting the first assignment up on the eighth graders today and realized that it might be a good idea for me to show everybody how to get into SketchUp for Schools to kind of show what the program is about very briefly, and then show the process of creating an assignment and what you will do to turn in your assignment. So what we'll do, we're going to be, if whenever we're online learning, and right now our scheduled break is supposed to start in-person learning next week. We'll see how that pans out. And when the 2021 comes along, if we go back to in-person or virtual learning and as opposed to in-person learning, um, everybody will have this format. But for those that are online, those that are virtually right now, this is those that are virtually for the rest of the year will be using this process. So the process of using SketchUp for Schools as a vehicle for um, technology education. We can't really do the hands-on projects that we would normally do. If something were to happen for a hands-on project at home and you were to get injured, it wouldn't be a good thing for the school district and for myself. Um, just for safety concerns, we're doing 100% everything using this program called SketchUp for Schools. Some of you may have used it before. We used it a little bit last spring, but now I have several projects right now, almost 9 weeks worth of material. I will continue to create more as we develop because I'm creating all of this stuff from scratch. But we have a pretty good list of things that we've done, and I'm getting a lot better at making videos and breaking them up into shorter segments so that they're more easily to use. So what you'll do, to everybody already has Google Chrome, I believe, connected to their account with the things that the tech people have already done. Um, you'll open up a new tab, and then you'll see the Google Apps grid over here, the 9 dots. You click on those 9 dots, then you're going to scroll down and you're going to look up SketchUp for Schools. It's kind of like a blue cube, three-dimensional cube. It used to be red, but now it's blue. And you're gonna open this up. Some people, it might take a little bit to load. If you are watching this before you come to class, it would be a good idea to probably open this before you start class or before you get here, just to have it open. I didn't save my last model, but I don't want to reopen it. So when you get here, the very first time that you'll come here, there will be like a question of start modeling. You're gonna need to make sure that you choose the correct template. We will always be using feet and inches. We'll never be using metric. We will always be using feet and inches. So whenever you're creating a new project, you're gonna hit select new and then, or create new template, feet and inches. It's a little bit of a delay. I've clicked on it twice now. When it opens, we'll need to save it. I generally like you to change the title because it'll come up in the upper corner of the screen. It will be untitled once it comes up. I don't know why. There it comes. Usually this there goes away. So up here in the upper left-hand corner, it says untitled. Our first project is going to be we're going to name it Learning SketchUp. And you don't have to put the full name. We'll just do Learning SketchUp and then hyphen. Would like you to have your name on there. So I'm going to just put Mr. Keenan for an example. And usually for me, I usually put what class I'm working with on there also for my own reference. You'll hit OK. And then you have to select what Google folder you're going to save it in. You might want to create a folder specifically for Tech Ed. You don't necessarily have to, but Wherever you want to save it is fine. For me, I've created a folder specifically for SketchUp for Schools. Then I'll hit select. If you have a conflict in there, so I'll make it again, learning SketchUp. And then I'll put in parentheses for myself, 8th grade, second trimester, something like that. That's fine. And then I have to select where it's going to go. SketchUp folder right there. So now anytime that we work and create something, we'll save it. First thing I generally do is I delete that person. He's just there for reference. There are different people that sometimes you open up SketchUp, you'll have different people standing there. I think you can change the person just as a reference. That's the only reason why that person was there, as a reference for size. But hit save, and there you go. Okay, right now I'm using a mouse. We can use the mouse pad to do most functions. I'm going to see what I can do to get a mouse for every single student that I teach. I would have to buy like 180 of them probably, so I'm going to try to find something that's cheap. And we'll figure out some way where we can exchange. You guys could maybe rent them or potentially purchase them from me. We'll have to see how that works. But if we have a mouse, we can do a lot. The navigation of this becomes a lot easier. If this is something that we'll be using anytime we do online learning, SketchUp is probably going to be the way we go. We can do a lot of really cool things with it. You can create stuff as small as, I don't know, I have a headlamp right here. You create something as small as like a headlamp. You can create something as big as a house. So it's got a lot of things to it. But this is the program we will be using. This is the assignment window that I'm creating. This assignment is going to be started today. I generally give of 5 days, 5 class days to work on it. So we're going to have it today. I have it due on Sunday. The reason I do that is if you need to have core class work that you have to get done during the week, you can take, half an hour to an hour on a weekend to do this. I generally am going to try to keep your screen time between 25 and 35 minutes. If I can, then we will, you can take breaks and then come back to it. Most projects that we create collectively may take no more than an hour usually, but some of them, once you get good at this, should take about half an hour. The videos, because of the explanation and things that I do, have always taken about an hour to create every project, but that's just because I take a lot of time and explain things to them. I've started to break the videos up into shorter segments, and definitely am trying to get better with directions on there. But that's a basic overview of what the online learning is going to look like, what the program is. And when you get finished with yours, you're going to be doing a screenshot. I've included a video on this first assignment for you to show. It shows you how to do a screenshot on yours, and then you'll paste it into this document that gets created. With each assignment that I do, there's a document that we have started, and most documents are going to have links to the videos that we go through with directions on. If there's intro videos to it, or if there's multiple videos broken up. Before I purchased SketchUp, or before I purchased the Screencastify, I only had 5 minutes each time. So yeah, some of them the first 2 assignments have the videos are only 5-minute segments, and you'll have to watch multiple videos for sure. But this is a bit longer than I anticipated, but this is a good intro and a good explanation for those that are doing online learning that want to get a step up on what's going to be happening in class each day while we're doing virtual learning. Would love to do in-person learning, and I really can't wait till we get back to that and we can get back to a normal schedule. But until then, this is a good way to keep everybody safe. So we'll look forward to seeing you in other videos. This will be posted to my YouTube channel, which I'll explain in another video, and we'll go from there. Have a wonderful day.